So we were sitting in camp in dwelling up south of Perth with one of our relatives who had come from the UK, and she began talking about how meditation had changed her life because she'd been meditating longer than I have, and she'd always preached to me to download the Calm app, and she did convince me to download the Calm app. So I downloaded it, and the first thing I saw was a 14-day free trial and then $100 a year. I immediately clicked off the app and deleted it. That's just my personal experience with using apps. I just thought I'd give that hook story for the start of the video. I'm just gonna be giving my personal opinion and story with meditation apps and how I've used meditation softwares to help me, and the ones I do like and the ones I don't like. This may just be me, but a huge red flag for me is what I've already said, which is free trials. I've never vibed with any of those apps where you have to pay money, because you're paying money to improve your mental health and get mental health resources. I don't believe that mental health advice should ever be paid for. Like, it makes sense for fitness advice or pretty much any other advice to be paid for, but advice that would improve your mental well-being, that's essential for you, I think it's just a scam. The reason why I use apps like Medito is because it's free. It just feels honest. They are a non-for-profit organization, like they've said themselves. There's no paywall, there's no fear, there's no fear of your money running out. The only feature that I use within the app is the timer feature, where there's just, you set a time for how long you want to meditate, and there's a bell at the start and a bell at the end. This is why I also sometimes just use the clock app. It's the same thing, it's a bell at the start and a bell at the end. That's all you need. You don't need these, like with most apps, you just go in and there's all these courses for like stress. You don't need that to meditate. Those are other different types of meditation. What you need is to sit in silence and a reminder that the session has started and the session has ended. You don't need someone to talk and guide you through meditation. There's the slightest chance that you would if you are a beginner in meditation and you just need that. Like, it's a very slight maybe. But once you get through a few meditations, you will gain confidence that you can meditate by yourself. It also has the streak system, which keeps me accountable, so I'll feel bad if I miss a day, so I'll want to meditate to keep that streak going. And it has other counters like how long I've been meditating, how many meditations I've done, and other statistics, which just feel good to look at and be proud of yourself for. The reason why this video is just kind of short is because, to be honest, I am sort of inexperienced with principles regarding this, meaning I haven't really explored many apps. Because meditation is such a simple act, all you need to do is just sit there and focus on the breath, and once you have the right principles in your mind regarding that, you'll be fine by yourself. You don't need some kind of software to help you do that, because I've been doing it for 3 years by myself. And every time I've used the software, it's always sort of just made it worse. All you really need is that bell at the start and bell at the end, and to sit there in silence and just focus on the breath, like I said before. The only reason why I use Medito is, again, because it just has those features. Like, statistic tracking is the first and foremost one. But if you're more of a simplistic person who doesn't really care about that, then you'd just use the clock app, just set a timer. The reason why I use apps like Medito is, again, because it just has those features like tracking your statistics. But if you're more of a simplistic person and you don't really care about that, then definitely go for the clock app.